Hey there everyone, this is Michael Dougal. I review supplements, and during this video, you're going to learn about Cordyceps. Is it even worth taking? That's the question you're probably wondering about. And this is actually a fungus, which is a totally different class of supplements, but I like the fact that it's a naturally occurring supplement. It's not necessarily a mushroom, although that's often how you see it marketed. You see it marketed with other mushroom products. But understand, this is a fungus that's actually grown on insects. And interestingly enough, there's benefits related to cognition, heart health. People actually use it prior to exercise, and they see great benefits from it. I'm not the biggest fan of Cordyceps. I had found that throughout the several periods in which I tried using it every day, sometimes I tried taking it twice a day. Quite honestly, it didn't really work for me. I didn't get much out of it. If anything, I couldn't tell if it was working. And that really is going to be the case with a lot of supplements out there. You may see individuals say very positive things about specific supplements, which is a great reminder for us that we're all different. Some supplements may work for you, but they may not work for me. Although I'm pretty happy to say that I'm very sensitive to supplements, very sensitive to stimulants especially. So I was really surprised Cordyceps didn't seem to do anything for me. The one benefit I was hoping to achieve from it was that it would improve my cardio, since I run a few times a week, though I didn't notice that benefit. But something I really appreciate about the supplement is that side effects are almost non-existent, and at the same time, there's a lot of health benefits associated with Cordyceps. So for that reason, maybe you can consider taking it. Something unique about Cordyceps is that it's really hard to pinpoint exactly what the benefits are, because there are just such a variety of benefits. Some individuals are using it for brain health, whereas some individuals are using it for improved athletic performance. But I want to specifically focus on the few benefits that have really been backed by solid research, being that Cordyceps can actually help with athletic performance. Second, that Cordyceps actually supports good brain health. And the third, and perhaps the most intriguing, is the fact that if you take Cordyceps, you look like you're going to live a healthier lifestyle long term. You're going to have better cholesterol levels. You're going to have an increased lifespan potentially. So there's a lot of unique benefits. Specifically when it comes to athletic performance, I want to point your attention to this really neat study over here, because this study was actually done on younger individuals, age 22, and these were healthy subjects. And what happened was they had actually given Cordyceps to individuals that were participating in high intensity interval training. Now, the only downside you can say to this study was that there weren't too many subjects. There was actually 28 subjects, but what had happened was they were separated into two groups. One group was taking Cordyceps, the other group was not taking Cordyceps, and they did actually see noticeable benefits with the individuals that were using Cordyceps. However, they had to take dosages that you typically wouldn't take. See, most individuals that are using Cordyceps, they would take maybe 500 milligrams a day, maybe 1 gram a day, but the individuals that saw the greatest benefit with Cordyceps use were actually taking up to 4 grams per day, and people aren't usually taking that much, so we don't know what potential side effects that could lead to long-term, or if it's even sustainable. Although the benefits weren't really realized the first week, it was more so week 2 and week 3, and there was a significant difference between the individuals that were taking the higher amount of Cordyceps per day versus the individuals taking a lower dose of around 1 gram to 1.5 grams. Although something positive is that in this study here, we actually had found that individuals aged between 50 to 75 saw significant benefits with Cordyceps at a more moderate dosage. And that's in this case taking 333 milligrams 3 times a day, so 1 gram a day, and they took that for a 12-week period. So it looks like the older you are, the more you may see the benefit of Cordyceps when it comes to athletic performance and wellness. And after browsing a lot of anecdotes, I can see subjectively people have mentioned that it does help them with their exercise performance, specifically with cardio, not really much related to weight training. And I also don't believe that Cordyceps may help you like lose fat in a different fashion through increasing your metabolic rate, or help you to build muscle by increasing muscle protein synthesis. More so, it's a supplement which can potentially help with heart health, with cardiovascular health, allowing you to have a better workout, specifically that's endurance related. And this is a very interesting post on Reddit, the title being, "What is the point of Cordyceps?" Because you get all kinds of mixed reviews. One individual said here that it's one of the best supplements for endurance. As well, somebody mentioned it definitely helps with oxygen uptake during exercise, and that's what they use it for. Other individuals noticed that it does absolutely nothing. Further, and this isn't the first time I've seen this, somebody mentioned that it seems to lower my mood. And sometimes this happens more so when we ingest adaptogens or some of the mushrooms that we feel somewhat demotivated. So I have noticed that sometimes when I use Cordyceps, but it was not as significant as ingesting lion's mane or Bacopa monnieri. Lion's mane being my favorite mushroom supplement, I noticed I'm able to think clearer. I'm more curious about situations. I'm less nervous all the time. So I've talked more about lion's mane in this video over here. You'll likely find that informative. With respect to the Cordyceps benefits on brain health, I think it's something worth further investigating. There is some great research suggesting that it can be neuroprotective. This is a great study done on Cordyceps neuroprotective and therapeutic effect of Cordyceps, and they had used Cordyceps on individuals that had some sort of cognitive impairment, and they had actually found that cordyceps had the ability or the potential to kind of like repair any memory impairments. So maybe if you went through an experience and your memory wasn't as good afterwards, perhaps an accident, cordyceps can be looked at as a potential option to help get your memory back. Now, I've tried so many different supplements for brain health, for cognition, for memory, thinking, planning, learning skills. I wouldn't put cordyceps even in the top 10. I really like Bacopa when it comes to improving my memory. And I like supplements like L-tyrosine, which are going to get me motivated, get me in a productive state. I haven't found cordyceps really be that all effective in like thinking any differently, helping me being mentally fresh. I really see this as a supplement to help you with your cardio, perhaps. If you're somebody that is a bit more mindful or perhaps concerned about your health, then cordyceps may be worth looking into for your own daily regimen. This is a really interesting study here because they actually took individuals that had somewhat of an irregular heartbeat. So their heart was beating too fast, beating too slow, or maybe it was irregular in some way. And they had found that daily use of cordyceps actually made their heartbeat a bit more regular. But what type of cordyceps should you be taking? And is there a difference between them? And I'm going to say probably not. There are different types of cordyceps. Nootropics Depot has the 10-to-1 extract, and they say the 10-to-1 extract contains a much higher concentration of water-soluble compounds than the regular 1-to-1 extract. And perhaps more importantly, it also contains a higher amount of alcohol-soluble compounds such as cordycepin. And I've tried cordyceps from all kinds of places. They all pretty much seem the same to me. This brand here, we got FreshCap. They've got the actual blend with lion's mane and maitake. I like this product a lot because of the other supplements there. I'm not sure, again, what cordyceps is really doing. But for yourself, if you are going to take it, you may want to start off with a dose as small as 500 milligrams once per day. You can consider going up to 500 milligrams twice, maybe 3 times a day. See how you feel on it. Again, going back to that study, there were individuals taking up to 4 grams a day. They didn't notice any negative side effects. Nothing really bad happened. That was within a 3-week period. But of course, if you are going to take any supplement, especially at dosages as high as that, make sure to do so under the discretion of your general practitioner. It is surprisingly though common that individuals take like 1.5 grams to 3 grams during the day. Some individuals like taking it pre-cardio. Some individuals like taking it before bed. So it's a little bit of an unknown whether or not the product is stimulating. It's also going to depend on the individual. Some individuals mention that it boosts their energy. Some individuals mention that it calms them down. And something neat about cordyceps is that it doesn't really seem that important that you take time to cycle off of it. There's a lot of supplements where you should be taking it in a fashion in which you would take maybe 1 month on, followed by 1 month off. Whereas with cordyceps, fortunately, people don't report building much of a tolerance to this supplement. Again, really because it's not that strong. And there's some supplements which are actually negative to be using for a long period of time, whereas there haven't been any studies that can suggest that cordyceps is not safe to be consumed long term. I'd love to know your experience with cordyceps in the comment section below. If you did enjoy the video, consider subscribing, drop a like, and if you want to chat with me one-on-one, you can do so on Patreon. And be sure to visit our Discord server. It has a 24/7 chat room. We're answering questions in a time-sensitive fashion. I thank you so much for your support, and I look forward to seeing you next time.